Welcome back. What we're going to be teaching now is quadratic equations. Quadratic equations have a standard formula, standard form, which is ax raised to the power squared, ax raised to the power 2 plus bx plus c. The a, b, c, the a, b, c, a, b, c are the coefficients of x. And because this quadratic equation is raised to the power of 2, there will be two roots. That means this will give us two results, two roots results for x. That is, AB is equals to 0, B is equals to 0, while A is equals to 0. These are the two roots. Also, there is another formula that can be used to solve this. They call it almighty formula. And it's in this format. That means solve for x with this formula: minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Since we know our a to be this, we know our b to be this, we know our c to be this, we are going to substitute it inside this formula, and this will give us the value of x. Another way we can solve this problem is, since we have ax squared plus bx is equals to plus c is equals to 0. That means x squared plus b over a x plus c over a is equals to 0. So this is the coefficient for x, and the coefficient for x here is 1. With this in place, we can solve any problems on quadratic equations. But this formula is very important when you're at the crossroad. X. You can solve the quadratic equations using simple elimination method. Now, what we're going to be doing next is taking some examples and actually trying to solve the example and seeing how we can solve problems with quadratic equation problems. Take, for instance, we have a challenge or an equation that says solve a 2x squared minus 5x is equal to 0. What is expected of us to do is find the coefficient that is the same to all the that's the same to the formula. We have a 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. With this equation that we have been able to factorize, we will realize that it's in the form of AB is equal to 0. That means x can either be 0 or 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. And with this in place, we can now see that 2x is equal to 5. X is equal to 5 over 2. So we have two solutions. We have two roots. Two roots for x, which are x is either 0 or 5 over 2. Now, another equation that we would like to solve with this is x squared minus 5x is equal to 6. If we have to rewrite this equation, we'll have to say x squared minus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then we need to solve for x. In solving for x, we need to rewrite this by factorizing this particular equation. And to factorize it, we'll have x squared minus 5x minus or minus 6 plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. How do we get this value? This question. What are we going to add together that will give us minus 5? And we are going to multiply together that will give us minus 6. If you take minus 6, if you add it plus 1, it's going to give us minus 5, which is equal to what we have here. And if you multiply minus 6 times 1, it must be the same number, and we have to execute these two operations on it. It must give us minus 6. So taking into consideration these two, that means what we need is these two values. Now, if you now have this as the factorization, we have it like this: 6x and x minus 6 is equal to 0. This means we have x minus 6 and x plus 1 is equal to 0. And this means that we can have these two. X is either 6 or minus 1. We can check this. Check to see we are right by substitution of the values of x into the initial equation.